Hello guys, welcome back to another reaction video here on our Eyes Your Eyes. I'm ready to watch episode 2 of a Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. But before starting this video, I just want to remind you to subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell and follow me in this quite long adventure dedicated to this great anime. Okay, last time we saw this introduction of the characters and the environment itself, but now I think it's time to watch it and discover more about this story. Are you ready? I think it's time to watch it. Ah, the Philosopher's Stone. Okay. Okay, so we go back in the past. Yeah. Oh. Okay. I thought he was dead too. Trisha. Nice name. Ah! Ah, okay. Hey, if you knew. Yeah, I wish she. Yeah, but you saw the result. Mm. Wow. The same color of the previous episode. Yeah, that's why they thought. Okay. Oh my. Oh my. Whoa. Eh? Oh. Oh. Oh, no way. Oh! Oh, no way. Mm. Oh, even the leg. Oh my. That's all? No. No, 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 no. No. Ah, yeah. Ah, he decided that. That's for sure. Ah, we know that from other stuff. Oh my. Ah, he wanted his mother back. Mm. Wow, from one bad thing to another one. Mm. Exactly. I agree with this. Ah, poor girl too. Yeah, that's why I agree with grandma. Yeah, but mm, yeah, but what a compromise. Of course they will accept. The same Edward will do with all. That's why he chose to join, in my opinion. Wow. Ooh. I know how. Mhm. She loves you somehow. Yeah, he is skilled, definitely. I mean, he's a tensai, he's a genius. Ooh! Oh yeah. Ah, Wow. Sure. Ah, the Full Metal Alchemist. Mm-hmm. Like the burden you have to carry. Yeah. Ah, over there. Uh, okay, I saw this second episode, and finally I understood a little bit more about Edward and Al's life. What happened? Al was transformed, let's say, into an armor without a soul because they were trying to bring their mother back after they lost her. Even in this anime, we see that the figure of the mother is really essential, because even if we saw this mother for a few frames, then she's becoming one of the most important things throughout this story, I guess. It happened even with the Shingeki no Kyojin, and usually female characters right now, they are becoming really important in stories like this. Another example I can give you is Demon Slayer with Nezuko. All these female characters, they give something at the beginning to the story that helps the story to go on as well. And here, yeah, I can see that the mother here is one of the most important thing. I mean, she's essential to the story, but it's also the problem that caused the rest. I mean, Al's problem, the fact that he is confined into this armor and there's nobody, there's just the soul. This is really difficult for Edward to carry on, because it's like the typical thing we see in shonen when we understand that the main protagonist has to carry a heavy burden and he has to go on to fight as much as he can throughout the entire story until the end. And of course, this is causing pain, lots of pain. I am expecting to find pain here too, because that's one of the most famous themes in shonen, so I'm quite prepared. But yeah, I can feel this theme of burden that is always present in shonen stories. And here, he is the one who was put in danger because of what happened thanks to this transmutation technique, transmutation human technique. But at the same time, I think Edward's position is even worse because of his will to bring back his mother so badly. They made this and he feels guilty because of this. So the fact that Edward lost his mother, plus he has to carry on the burden of the fact that his brother was transformed, and then the fact that he is guilty because of that. So that's quite heavy. And when he said the Fullmetal Alchemist, this name that was given to him, it's like the representation of how heavy this burden is. Yes, I totally agree. It will be a hard life to live for Edward. That's what I feel from here. But another interesting thing is this representation of God. I mean, when he had this meeting with his own self, who pretended to be God or who pretended to know everything about how to bring back his mother. I mean, to be like the almighty personification of himself, because he thought, okay, now I can bring back my mother, I just study a little bit and then my mother can come back, etc., etc., etc. Sometimes we are presumptuous. I mean, we think that life is so easy and we can do whatever we want, but we don't pay attention to the risks. And in fact, here there was a huge risk. Fortunately, his brother didn't die completely, and now he can have a chance to bring him back. But if he couldn't be so skilled, probably there was not the chance to bring him back too. So he could have lost both his mother and also his brother. So for some reasons he is lucky, but from other reasons he was rushing too much and he was not paying attention. of the risks these could have had. Still talking about this God, this meeting, it reminded me of Naruto too, because many times Naruto, when he's confronting, when he's meeting some people who are already dead or who have something to say to him, I can feel that those dialogues, when there is the protagonist in front of something else or someone else, they are really important for the story. I like this story more and more, fortunately. I'm really happy it was chosen. Thank you so much, subscribers. But I find some similarities with Eren of Shingeki no Kyojin. I think Edward and Eren can experience the same things, because in both cases they lost their mom. But in Eren's case, Carla lost her life not because of him, but because it was happening in front of his eyes. In this case, Edward lost Trisha, his mom, because of natural events. So I understand that both of them, in this case, they want their mother back. I understand that Edward and Eren, they feel both pain because they lost their mom, but it's a different context for other reasons. Another thing they have in common is the fact that when you lose your mom, you don't believe it. I mean, your mother is always there, and when it's happening, the tragedy, I mean, when you lose your mom, you start believing on the possibility that you can bring her back, or that it's something unbelievable to imagine, and you don't accept it. Okay, in the case of Eren, you don't accept it, and then you want the revenge. Sometimes, even if it's really, really, really hard, the only thing to do is to try to accept what we have in front of us, even if Eren's thing is something totally different. Another thing that Edward and Eren have both in common, in my opinion, is that they have this heavy burden that they have to carry it by themselves only. In fact, if you follow season 4 of Shingeki no Kyojin, I have already explained in this week what I think about Eren and what about he's doing. I think Edward is similar, because now Edward has to do his best to carry on with this burden alone, because in fact he asked Al, did you see that? I mean, did you see what I saw? And Al said, no, I didn't see anything. So he has to carry this by himself. Of course, he is helped by his brother, and also in this case I find similarities with Eren, because Eren is surrounded by friends, but at the end of the day, this burden is for themselves only. So that's why I think even Edward is going to experience lots of tragedy, lots of pain, and let's see what's going to happen. Look, maybe another thing that is similar is that both Edward and Eren are feeling guilty for what they have done. In the case of Eren, he feels guilty because he wanted to protect his mom, but he couldn't because he was taken away from Hannes. In the case of Edward, he feels guilty because he couldn't do anything to bring her mother back, but at the same time, thanks to his idea, his brother right now is in this condition. Another thing to say, and another parallelism with the Shingeki no Kyojin, is this will to turn somehow kids into soldiers. In fact, here, even if there is not an imposition as for Shingeki no Kyojin, but here, the fact that they are pushing this boy to become a soldier, to find a way to find this philosopher's stone and to bring his brother as he was before, the fact that there is this compromise. I mean, you become a soldier and you bring him back, but at the same time he has to become a soldier, so he has to feel pain and he has to suffer probably, or he is put in dangerous situations. So it's really hard to say, oh, it's good that you became a soldier. No, it's not good, because he's a child too. I think Edward, he is a teenager like Gabi and all the others in Shingeki no Kyojin, but yeah, the only difference is that here, the general over there, he said, look, I'm not forcing you. You have to decide. On the other side, on the contrary, they are forced to become warriors, etc., etc., etc. I don't know. I mean, I'm talking about season 4 of course, not for the previous seasons. Some things I agree, some things I don't agree, because of course Edward said yes, because that was the only thing to do in order to bring his brother's body back. But at the same time, there is another risk, and the risk is that he's going to bring his brother too, to join him, and he can feel guilty more and more, in my opinion. I don't know how to explain this, but probably in the future he will regret even the fact that his brother joined when he turned into the soldier. I don't know. But yeah, I definitely like this story. Now they reached that place, and was that the same castle we saw at the end of episode 1? I think so. But let's see, maybe there is someone they have to defeat right now and whatsoever. But this is interesting. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Another parallelism with the Shingeki no Kyojin is that even Edward, when he was a child, he opened this book and he found some info regarding this Philosopher's Stone. As much as Armin found that book in which he found this info regarding the ocean. So the importance of books is really nice, is really essential for stories like this, because thanks to books you can expand your horizons and you can see different things, or you can dream things to be found later. So I appreciated that too. Okay guys, I think for this episode that is it. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned, because next Wednesday I come back with episode 3 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. Subscribe to the channel, click on the notification bell. Bye guys, see you in the next video. Bye!